Hey guys, today I want to share a practical tip on getting through the holidays without relapse. We want to ideally get through the holidays without killing Santa Claus. It's a big ask, but here's my thought. There is a method that we can use that will really help us. In fact, this is illustrated well in a song. And this song, it's actually a spiritual song, but if you're not a spiritual person, it's not about that. It's about the principle. In this song, the writer says, I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you, Jesus. It's all about you. He says, I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing that I've made it when it's all about you. It's all about you. In this song, the person's desire is to connect with God, but they're saying, I realize that I've gotten off track. I realize that right now I've made it about something that it's not. And that is the method that I want to encourage us to get through the holidays in a healthy way without relapsing if that's your desire. And that is to make a list of our values and make sure that we're focusing on that. How many of us, we've made the holidays so much about spending money that we've spent ourselves into debt? Or we made the holidays about making sure we do this and that, and we find that we're spreading ourselves thin. Well, here's what I'll encourage you to do. Make a list of the things that you value and make sure that you do that, even if it means that it is to the exclusion of other things. For example, I really value my wife and kids, and that means I need to set boundaries to make sure that I'm spending time with my wife and kids. That might mean that I don't go to certain functions. That might mean that I don't go to the holiday party at work. And I need to be okay with that because I'm living for what I value. Another example is I value my mental health. And if that means that when I go to my mom's house for the holiday, maybe I need to spend less time there. If the family members that are going to be there are causing you stress, give yourself permission to say, I'm only going to go for a short time. Let them know in advance, perhaps. I'm only going to go for this amount of time, and then make your excuses and leave. If it is spirituality that you value, make sure you set a time for that, whether it's going to a service or doing certain things that you do at home around the holidays. And that leads right into the next idea, is just certain traditions. If there are traditions that you have around the holidays that you value, make sure that you're focusing on that. Make sure that you do that, even if it means that you set boundaries and say, there are other things that I'm choosing not to do this year. One thing that I value are my finances. And that means I need to manage expectations, both my expectations and the expectations of other people. I'm not going to spend more money than I have just to make other people happy. I'm not going to spend more money than I have just because I've got this unrealistic expectation of what I want to get people. If you value your sobriety, there are things that you're going to do this year, and there are things that you're going to not do in order to stay sober. And that's okay. If you value your sobriety, you need to make a pre-plan and say, when I go to my sister's house and I know there's going to be drugs there, this is my pre-plan. Guys, I hope that that's helpful. My encouragement for you this holiday season is make that list of values and focus on that. I'm Brian on YouTube at New Life Recovery. As always, I love you. God bless you. And until next time, be well.